ever wondered why Siberia, a land so vast that it covers more than 10% of Earth's surface, has always been portrayed as a realm of mystery, ancient history, and overwhelming beauty? Is it because of the deep cold that turns breath into crystals, making every landscape feel mythic? Or is it because this land once witnessed civilizations that rose and vanished long before written records existed? If I ask you right now, what do you think is the oldest presence in Siberia? The million-year-old Altai Mountains, the crystal blue waters of Lake Baikal, or the echoes of nomadic tribes who lived here before history began? What would your answer be? Before our journey begins, ask yourself another question. Do you believe that every icy wind sweeping across Siberia carries fragments of memories from distant ages? It might be the breath of extinct creatures, the footsteps of the earliest explorers, or the whispered stories of ancient cultures that left their shadows on this immense land. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a white, endless plain where snow stretches beyond the horizon. In the distance, mountains rise through the mist, silent as if guarding secrets thousands of years old. Endless taiga forests stretch like a maze of nature, where every tree seems to carry a story that no one has ever fully heard. Endless taiga forests stretch like a maze of nature, where every tree seems to carry a story that no one has ever fully heard. Perhaps it is the murmuring of ancient shamans, or the lingering voices of travelers who once wandered through the snow and never returned. Siberia is not merely a place, it is a living spirit, shifting, breathing, and quietly watching. It waits for your questions. And more importantly, it waits for your own answers. For the mysteries of Siberia can only be understood by those who dare to step into its silence and listen to what the land has hidden for thousands of years. Kurkure Waterfall, hidden deep within the majestic Altai Mountains, is one of those places where the moment you arrive, you feel a surge of energy rushing straight into your chest. Have you ever stood before a waterfall whose sound makes you feel as if you're listening to a story from a distant era? If I ask you, what do you think creates the true allure of Kurkure? The white stream crashing down like a silver ribbon, the towering cliffs that feel like the gates of heaven opening, or the solemn spirit of the Altai wilderness surrounding everything. Which one would you choose first? As you step closer, cool mist gently brushes your face, carrying with it the crisp scent of Siberian pine and ancient rock. The water plunges from a height of about 10 meters. Not the tallest waterfall, but powerful enough to make the ground beneath your feet tremble with every pulse. Its sound isn't chaotic. Instead, it has a rhythm, like an ancient song repeated through thousands of years. Under sunlight, each splash of water sparkles like strands of shimmering silk, creating a scene that is both majestic and pure. The Altai people have long believed that Kurkure is the dwelling place of protective spirits, and anyone visiting should pause for a moment to show respect to the land. What's fascinating is that when you stand still, close your eyes, and simply listen, you'll hear the waterfall blend with the wind and the rustling trees, as if nature itself is whispering directly to you. Do you hear it? That subtle, powerful voice emerging from water and stone? That is Kurkure. More than a waterfall, it is a living spirit of the Altai Mountains, an echo of ancient times, and a reminder that some places are not just seen, but felt deep within the soul. The Angara River, the only river flowing out of Lake Baikal, is often regarded as one of the most beautiful and mysterious waterways of Siberia. Have you ever wondered why, while hundreds of rivers flow into Baikal, only Angara flows out? If I ask you, what do you think defines the river's unique beauty? The deep blue water, born from Baikal, the powerful current that rarely freezes, or the ancient legend claiming Angara is Baikal's rebellious daughter? Which would you choose? According to Siberian legend, Baikal had a daughter named Angara. She fell in love with the young Yenisei in the west and decided to run away to him. In anger, Baikal threw a massive rock to block her path, but she escaped, becoming the only river to ever leave the lake. Because of this, the people of Siberia call Angara the River of Freedom, a symbol of will and determination. From a geological standpoint, the Angara River formed millions of years ago when powerful tectonic shifts around Baikal opened a single outlet for the lake's immense water pressure. The force of the early flow was said to be so strong that it carried the raw energy of Siberia's birth. Even today, in the extreme cold of Siberian winters, Angara almost never freezes completely, something incredibly rare in this land of ice. The Sayan Mountains, stretching across Siberia and Mongolia, are among the most pristine and mysterious landscapes of the northern world. Have you ever seen a place where the sky, the earth, and drifting mist blend together as if trying to hide stories that have existed for thousands of years? If I ask you, what do you think defines the true grandeur of the Sayan Mountains? The snow-covered peaks, the vast taiga valleys, or the feeling that time itself slows down here? What would you choose? Geologically, the Sayan Range is one of the oldest in Asia, formed more than 300 million years ago during intense tectonic activity. Collisions between ancient crustal plates lifted the terrain, creating rugged mountains that were later sculpted by millions of years of wind and ice. This long, powerful process carved sharp cliffs, deep valleys, and hidden emerald lakes scattered throughout the wilderness. Standing within the Sayan Mountains, the first thing that overwhelms you is the profound silence. The wind passing through pine forests sounds like an ancient chant. In early morning, thick mist drifts across, making the mountains appear as though they are slowly emerging from a dream. Snow blankets the high peaks, while below, endless dark green taiga stretches to the horizon. Local peoples, especially Turkic and Mongolic nomadic tribes, believe that the Sayan Mountains are home to powerful mountain spirits. They say that when you enter this region, you must keep your mind calm, for the mountains watch you like a living entity. Can you feel it? The beauty of the Sayan Mountains lies not only in the scenery, but in the sense that you are standing in a place far older than imagination itself, an ancient, breathing landscape that humbles anyone who steps into it. Lake Baikal, the emerald jewel of Siberia, is the kind of place where simply standing at its shore feels like gazing into the soul of the earth. Have you ever imagined a lake that is the deepest, the oldest, and one of the clearest in the world, all at once? If I ask you, what makes Baikal truly extraordinary? The deep sapphire water, the absolute silence, or the mystery of its multi-million-year formation? Which would you choose? Baikal's origin is unlike any other lake on the planet. It was formed by a massive rift in the Earth's crust more than 25 million years ago. As two tectonic plates continue to pull apart, the lake grows deeper every year, leading scientists to believe that Baikal may eventually evolve into a new ocean. Its water is incredibly clear because of microscopic organisms and natural currents that act like a perfect filtration system crafted by nature itself. Standing by the lake, everything seems to slow down. The still water mirrors snow-covered mountains, while the bright blue sky melts into the horizon. In winter, when Baikal freezes, the ice forms long, intricate cracks that resemble nature's artwork made of glass and light. As you walk across the frozen surface, the deep echo of shifting ice sounds like the heartbeat of the earth, powerful, haunting, and unforgettable. Local people believe Baikal is a sacred lake, a place where the spirit of nature resides. And when you stand before its endless expanse, you can feel a strange calmness washing over you, as if Baikal is watching, listening, and quietly sharing stories older than human history itself. The Bugrinsky Bridge, spanning the Amur River in Novosibirsk, is a modern landmark that impresses not only with its engineering, but also with its architectural elegance. Have you ever wondered how a structure can be both contemporary and perfectly harmonized with nature, becoming an unforgettable highlight of the cityscape? If I ask you, what makes the Bugrinsky Bridge special? The sweeping arch like a ribbon suspended in the sky, the sunlight reflecting on the Amur River, or the sense of pride in witnessing human ingenuity amidst Siberia's vast wilderness? Which would you choose? Completed in 2014, the bridge was conceived to connect densely populated areas with the city center. Engineers had to carefully study the powerful Amur River currents, seasonal floods, and complex geology to ensure that the bridge would not only look elegant, but also withstand the test of time. High-quality steel and concrete, combined with its unique arch structure, allow the bridge to appear delicate while being strong enough to handle heavy loads and strong winds. Standing on Bugrinsky Bridge at sunset, the Amur River reflects golden-orange sunlight, the rippling water sparkling like scattered pieces of glass. Distant hills and pine forests along the riverbank form a perfect harmony between nature and architecture. At night, the modern lighting system transforms the bridge into a luminous ribbon across the sky, guiding and inspiring those who cross it. Can you feel it? The Bugrinsky Bridge is more than just an engineering feat. It symbolizes the harmony between humans and nature, the intersection of modernity and wilderness. It reminds us that even in the vast, icy expanse of Siberia, humans can create wonders that integrate seamlessly with the surrounding natural beauty. The Amur River, one of the largest and most majestic rivers in Asia, flows along the border between Russia and China, carrying a beauty that is both powerful and serene. Have you ever wondered how a river can simultaneously sustain vast lands while inspiring countless legends and stories? If I ask you, what makes the Amur River truly special? The relentless flow, the mirror-like reflection of the vast sky, or the history and culture intertwined with the peoples along its banks? Which would you choose? Geologically, the Amur River originates from the confluence of the Shilka and Argun rivers. It was formed millions of years ago when tectonic shifts in the Russian Far East created a long waterway stretching nearly 4,400 kilometers. Today, it serves as a natural border and an important transportation corridor for Siberia and northeastern China. The Amur also hosts one of the most diverse ecosystems in the region, home to hundreds of fish, bird, and rare animal species, while maintaining ecological balance across the vast landscape. Standing on the banks of the Amur, you will see its wide expanse shimmering under the sunlight like a silver carpet. Its flow changes with the seasons. In spring, the melting ice brings a surge of life. Summer presents a calm, green ribbon of water. Autumn paints the riverbanks gold. Winter freezes it into serene silence. Winds sweep from distant mountains, carrying the scent of forests and water, creating a space both grand and tranquil. Can you hear it? The Amur is more than a river. It is a living story where nature and history converge. It reminds us of the enduring power and beauty of Siberia's wilderness, a force that has shaped civilizations, inspired legends, and continues to flow, timeless and unstoppable. Kucherlin Lake, nestled within the majestic Altai Mountains, is a sapphire jewel in the heart of Siberia, where untamed beauty meets serene tranquility. Ever imagine standing before a lake where every breeze, every ray of sunlight seems to tell an ancient story? If I ask you, what makes Kucherlin truly special? The emerald water sparkling under the sun, the stillness so profound that you can feel your own heartbeat, or the surrounding Altai Mountains standing like silent guardians? What would you choose? Geologically, Kucherlin is a glacial lake, formed thousands of years ago when retreating glaciers carved deep valleys and left behind its clear waters. Kucherlin is home to numerous fish, birds, and wildlife, and it serves as a perfect resting place for migratory birds, traveling through Siberia. Standing by the lake, you see the calm water mirror the sky and snow-capped peaks. Morning light makes the surface sparkle like precious gemstones, while in the afternoon, the water turns a deep, mysterious blue. A gentle breeze carries the scent of forest and fresh mountain air, creating a space that feels both grand and peaceful. Can you hear it? The gentle rippling of water, the songs of birds, and the quiet murmurs of the surrounding wilderness seem to whisper directly to you. Kucherlin is not merely a lake, it is a living painting of nature, where past, present, and serene stillness merge into one harmonious experience. The Altai Mountains, stretching across Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China, are among the most pristine and majestic ranges in Siberia. Have you ever imagined standing amidst towering peaks where sky and land seem to merge, and every valley holds a story millions of years in the making? If I ask you, what makes the Altai truly remarkable? The snow-capped peaks, the deep green valleys, or the mystery of crystal-clear lakes and rushing rivers? What would you choose? Geologically, the Altai were formed through hundreds of millions of years of tectonic activity. Collisions of crustal plates created rugged peaks, later sculpted by glaciers, wind, and water into diverse landscapes with deep valleys, narrow gorges, and clear mountain lakes. This process not only produced breathtaking scenery, but also fostered a rich ecosystem, home to rare plants and wildlife unique to the region. Standing in the Altai, you sense both silence and grandeur at once. Snow-covered peaks reflect the sunlight, while lush green valleys stretch below. The gentle sound of streams, wind rustling through forests, and the earthy scent of the mountains create a space both tranquil and powerful. Local nomadic tribes believe the Altai are inhabited by mountain spirits, and being here allows visitors to feel a profound connection with nature. The Altai are more than mountains. They are a symbol of wilderness, natural strength, and the passage of time. Every peak and stream tells a story of millions of years of geological transformation, leaving you in awe while inspiring a deep sense of peace. They offer a sense of grandeur and serenity that is rare, a place where time seems to slow, and the forces of earth, water, and life come together in perfect harmony. Have you ever imagined standing on a cliff, jutting into the lake, seeing endless deep blue waters, feeling the wind whip through your hair, and sensing that time itself has paused? If I ask you, what makes Khoboy unique? The steep cliffs, the untouched wilderness, or the legends of Baikal's spirit? Which would you choose? Geologically, Cape Khoboy was shaped by ancient glacial and tectonic activity. Layers of solid granite resisted wind, water, and ice, forming towering cliffs and rocky promontories extending into the lake. Its northern position on Olkhon Island makes it one of the best viewpoints, allowing visitors to admire Lake Baikal in its full grandeur, with distant mountain ranges painting the horizon. Standing on Khoboy, the sound of wind, waves crashing against rocks, and the scent of pine create a feeling that is both powerful and serene. Morning light casts sparkling patterns across the cliffs, while in the afternoon, the lake transforms into a deep, mysterious blue. Here, you can sense both the strength and tranquility of nature, as if the landscape pulses with a rhythm all its own amidst the vast Siberian wilderness. Unlike other locations, Khoboy gives the sensation of stepping into a private sanctuary of nature, where you observe, listen, and reflect on ancient stories that Lake Baikal silently preserves. It is not merely a tourist spot, it is an experience of exploration, contemplation, and immersion into Siberia's untamed majesty. Here, every gust of wind, every ripple of water, and every shadow on the granite feels like part of a timeless tale, waiting for those willing to pause, notice, and marvel. Lake Akkem, nestled deep within the majestic Altai Mountains, is a glacial lake with turquoise waters reflecting the snow-capped peaks all year round. Have you ever imagined standing by the lake, hearing the melting ice from nearby glaciers flowing into the water, and feeling a stillness almost absolute? If I ask you, what makes Akkem truly remarkable, the gem-like clarity of the water, the wilderness surrounding it, or the hidden power of the icy nature, what would you choose? Geologically, Lake Akkem is a glacial lake, formed thousands of years ago as retreating glaciers carved a deep, pristine basin. Streams flowing from small glaciers feed the lake continuously, keeping its waters cool and clear. Surrounded by towering mountains, Akkem supports diverse wildlife, including fish, birds, and other species, while maintaining the unique ecosystem of the Altai region. Standing at the shore, you see the calm surface mirror, the blue sky, and snowy peaks. Morning light makes the water sparkle like a mirror, while in the afternoon, it takes on a deep, mysterious shade of turquoise. Mountain winds carry the chill and the scent of rock and soil, creating an atmosphere that is both grand and serene. What makes Akkem truly unique is not just its beauty, but the sense of standing amid time and space, preserved in its pristine wilderness. Here, nature moves at its own rhythm, untouched and eternal. Lake Akkem reminds us that even in Siberia's most remote corners, there exists a world of grandeur where humans are mere travelers, invited to witness, marvel, and respect the incredible forces of nature. The Chulyshman Valley, deep within Siberia's Altai region, is a majestic valley where turquoise rivers wind through towering mountains and dense forests. Have you ever imagined standing on a hilltop, seeing the valley stretch endlessly below, feeling the breath of nature, and hearing the gentle murmur of streams at your feet? If I ask you, what makes Chulyshman truly special? The clear river waters, the overlapping mountain ranges, or the almost untouched wilderness of the valley? What would you choose? Geologically, the Chulyshman Valley was formed as the Chulyshman River carved through ancient rock layers over millions of years. Tectonic activity, glacial influence, and erosion created steep cliffs, deep gorges, and narrow floodplains along the river. This long process not only produced stunning topography, but also supported a rich ecosystem with diverse plant and animal species unique to Siberia. Walking through the valley, the sounds of forest winds, flowing water, and the scent of earth and stone combine, creating an atmosphere both powerful and serene. Morning sunlight reflects off the river, making it sparkle like glass, while sunset bathes the valley in magical golden-orange hues. The grandeur of the landscape allows one to feel the rhythm of nature, both fierce and calm. What makes Chulyshman truly remarkable is not just the scenery, but the sensation of entering a pristine world where everything moves to nature's original rhythm. The Chulyshman Valley invites exploration, reflection, and connection with Siberia's wild heart, where humans are merely travelers, witnessing the beauty and strength of untouched nature. The Chuya River, flowing through the majestic valleys of the Altai, is a vibrant, powerful, and mysterious river. Have you ever imagined standing on its banks, hearing the rushing water, feeling the strength of the river, winding through forests and cliffs, and seeing towering rocks reflected in its surface? If I ask you, what makes the Chuya truly special? The crystal-clear waters, the endless mountains and valleys, or its near-pristine wilderness untouched by humans? What would you choose? Geologically, the Chuya River was shaped by long-term tectonic activity and glacial forces. Over millions of years, glaciers and rainfall carved deep gorges, rocky outcrops, and winding channels through the Altai valleys. This process not only created spectacular landscapes, but also sustained a rich ecosystem where numerous fish, birds, and wildlife thrive. Walking along the river, the sounds of flowing water, wind through the trees, and the earthy scent of rocks and soil combine, creating an atmosphere both powerful and serene. In the morning, sunlight sparkles on the water like glass. In the afternoon, the river meanders in deep, mysterious shades of blue. You can sense the primordial rhythm of nature, as if everything still moves in the same pattern it has for millions of years. What makes the Chuya truly remarkable is not only its natural beauty, but the feeling of stepping into a world untouched by humans, where you become part of the river, mountains, and sky. The Chuya River invites exploration, reflection, and a deep connection with Siberia's wild and majestic heart. Our journey through Siberia comes to an end, but the images, sounds, and feelings of this vast land will linger in the mind. From powerful rivers like the Angara and Chuya, to crystal-clear lakes such as Baikal, Akkem, and Karakol, to majestic mountains like the Altai and Sayan, and the mysterious granite pillars of Stolby. Each place tells its own story of nature, history, and local culture. Can you feel the raw wilderness of Siberia, where humans are mere travelers in an immense space where mountains, rivers, and skies maintain a rhythm that has persisted for millions of years? Can you sense the grandeur tempered by tranquility, the force yet the calm, where every moment becomes an unforgettable experience? Siberia is not just a vast land, it is a symbol of nature's power, the endurance of time, and pristine beauty untouched by human hands. Every river, peak, and island carries its own mystery, inviting the curious to explore, listen, and reflect. Let the images, sounds, and sensations of this land become part of your memory, reminding you that even in this vast world, there are still untouched, majestic places where nature tells its own story. A story of Siberia, where you are both observer and explorer.